guys, welcome back to The Beautiful Truth. So for today's video I have recorded this look that you can see right here. I'm not actually too sure what to call it, but when I posted a picture of this makeup up on Facebook, a whole heap of you asked if I'd do a tutorial on it, so here you have it. As I'm going to use MAC Prolong Wear for my foundation, I really want to make sure my skin is prepped, so I'm using the Creme face from the Pink Cow brand. This moisturiser is just beyond amazing. I cannot say enough good things about it. I'll leave a link to the review down below, but needless to say, you actually need this in your life. It is just that good. To prime my lid, I'm using MAC Bare Study. I'm not really a fan of Bare Study all that much. I find it goes onto the lid a little bit patchy. I normally use MAC Painterly Paint Pot, but for some reason that one seems to have disappeared on me, so I had to use this one. No matter what I actually use to prime my eyes, I will always set it with a cream or ivory colour eyeshadow. I just think that this gives you a much better base for your eyeshadow and means that your eyeshadows go on an awful lot more pigmented. The first colour I apply here is Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie. My god, I just cannot say enough good things about Makeup Geek eyeshadows. They are seriously brilliant, and if you are putting in an order, that one is an absolute must. Following that, I am going to go in with a little bit of MAC Soft Brown. I swear to God, MAC Soft Brown must be the greatest eyeshadow colour out there. It just goes with everything and it's fantastic for a transition colour or just even to add a little pop of colour to your eyes. I love it. I love wearing it with like a plain kind of cream eyeshadow, MAC Soft Brown in the crease, and a little bit of a winged liner. Like with any eyeshadow, I find the best way to apply soft brown is to go in and just keep building up the colour rather than going in with a whole heap and realising that you've far too much colour on. I've used really soft brushes here because I want it to be really blended. On a MAC 217 brush, I've taken MAC Swiss Chocolate and I am just putting it onto the outer corner of the eye and blending inwards. You see, the thing with this look is you really want to keep on blending and building up the colour. There's actually nothing worse than seeing somebody with eyeshadow on that's not blended. I have been that person, and I have to say, I look back at pictures and I'm like, oh god, Sinead, what were you doing? So you literally need to keep blending until your hand hurts and keep going in with more colour if you want. I'm not actually too worried about the mess I'm making here because I will wipe up the side of the eye with a makeup wipe to give them a bit more of a sharper edge to it. To deepen out the outer corner, I go in with Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear. This is the ultimate warm brown colour. On a blank canvas E10 brush, I'm taking it up into the crease. I love this brush for detailed crease work. Once I've done that, I can blend it out again with a fluffy butt brush to make it a little bit softer. To tidy up the edges, I am just going to use a clean makeup wipe and I'm just going to wipe up the sides to give a much sharper line. Once I have done this, I'll go back in with a clean fluffy brush and I'll just blend out the edges again because you don't want them looking too severe. I've packed the Makeup Geek Pigment Afterglow onto my lid here to give it a real pop. MAC Vanilla is a dupe for this, so if you don't actually have Makeup Geek eyeshadows or Makeup Geek pigments, not to worry, MAC Vanilla works here. I then go back in with my 217 brush and I just kind of deepen out the outer corner again. At this point, you've probably seen me do my winged liner quite a few times. I love the Physicians Formula 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Serum and eyeliner because I just feel it is completely foolproof. I've been using a gel liner again recently and it is just not as easy to do a winged liner as it is to do with this pen. I know there's a million and one tutorials out there on how to do winged liner, but I thought that I would put one up over the next few weeks as I just seem to find that I am useless at putting liner on, but I have found a technique that actually works, so hopefully I'll be able to share with you guys. Okay, so we need to talk about this Botanics Radiance Balm. Holy Mother of God. This stuff is just unbelievable. I swear to God, since I've started using this, my skin is just glowing. I've applied it to half my face here and I hope you can see the difference in how much it actually glows compared to the other side. I swear to God, when you put this underneath your foundation, it just brings your foundation to life. I've used MAC Pro Longwear here, and MAC Pro Longwear, while I absolutely love it, it can look a little bit dead on the face. Not with the Radiance Balm. I swear to God, it just comes alive. Your face is glowing. I know the Radiance Balm is a little hard to get, but if you see it, buy 10 of them, because I swear to God, you will go through it. To brighten up the under eye area, I'm using the Maybelline eraser. This is another unbelievable budget product. I swear to God, I apply it in a V just underneath my eye most of the time, and I pat it in, and it really just brightens up underneath the eye area. I find if you pat it in with your ring finger that you get more bang for your buck. As I've quite dark circles at the moment, the Maybelline eraser isn't cutting it on its own to cover the dark circles, so I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Weightless Concealer. I actually am really enjoying this concealer. I find it's doing a great job of covering my dark circles most of the time, and not only that, it doesn't crease under the eye area. It is quite light, as the name suggests, but I do find you have to set it. But then again, I find I have to set most concealers. Here I wasn't completely happy with the first level of coverage, or the first layer of coverage, so I've gone in again, and I have to do this sometimes, but I find once you go in with the second layer, my God, it covers them completely. To set the concealer, I'm using the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I do really like this for setting the concealer, as it keeps it in place, but you can't get caught in a photograph with a flash, as it will white out underneath your eye. I wanted a little bit more of a lighter contour here, so I used the Wet n Wild Ticket to Brazil bronzer. I really love this bronzer for contouring. I think the colour is perfect for Irish skins. Now I know there is a few other colours in the bronzer range, but I really love the colour Ticket to Brazil. I went in a little bit heavy with the contour here, so I wanted to pull it back. I just got a big fluffy brush and blended it out again until I got the colour that I wanted. Wanted to sharpen the contour out a little bit. I went in with my foundation brush and I literally just sharpened out the edges again. You could do this with a lighter shade foundation or concealer to make it look really highlighted. Using the powder that was already on my contouring brush, I just apply a little bit to the forehead and underneath the chin area to sculpt it out even more. No surprises here, I've set my foundation with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Dim Light. I actually don't think there's a day that's gone by in the last year and a bit that I haven't used this powder. It's just unbelievable. Do you know what, lads? Physicians Formula just do really good eyeliners. I haven't liked some of their other products, but their eyeliners I just love. These shimmer sticks don't budge. I have a review up on the blog which I'll link down below, but I've used the colour bronze here and I swear to God they're so creamy, go on so easily, and they literally don't move. If you don't own a bottle of this Duraline from Inglot, I swear to God you don't know what you're missing. I've mixed a little bit of this with one of my Makeup Geek eyeshadows in Bitten. What Duraline does is basically you can mix it with a gel eyeliner to make the eyeliner really smooth and last, or as I've done here, mix it in with the eyeshadow, because what it will mean is the eyeshadow will stay under the eye and it literally won't move. I swear to God this will be on hours later. I'm really loving the Rimmel Scandaleyes mascara at the moment. I have applied lashes off cam here and I'm applying a little bit of the Scandaleyes to these lashes. I would have applied a layer onto my natural lash first before I put the lashes on. I applied the lashes off camera because I have to be honest, I am horrific at putting lashes on. It takes me about 10 attempts to get it right and I didn't want to embarrass myself by doing that on camera. So this Archery eyebrow pencil from Soap and Glory is supposed to be a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I will say that the Archery pencil is a good pencil and it has got similarities to the Anastasia pencil, like it's nice and thin, but it's just not as good as it. I think, in my opinion, if you were a fan of the Anastasia Brow Pencil, you're not going to like this as much, but if you haven't tried the Anastasia Brow Pencil, I actually think you will quite like the Archery pencil. For blusher, I am using the Clinique Sculpting palette. I have to be honest, while this shows up well on camera here, in real life it just leaves me feeling a little bit flat and really doesn't do anything for me. I'll leave a link of the review down below and you can have a look at swatches and stuff. Give the glow to the cheeks, I am using the Mary Luminizer. You all know I am absolutely obsessed with this. I'm using the Nema push brush just to push it in, and then I'll blend it out with a blank canvas. I can't remember the name of the brush, but I'll link it down below. I also apply a tiny bit to my brow bone to give a little bit of a pop. On my lips, I'm using the Rimmel Extravagant lip liner in Eastend Snob. This is such a gorgeous lip liner. It is unbelievably creamy. I have slightly, no I mean ever so slightly, overdrawn my lips here. I know that whole Kylie Jenner overdrawn lips thing is in, but it's just not going to suit me to have big massive lips. I've paired Eastend Snob up with MAC Creme Cup or Cream Cup, whatever way you want to pronounce it. I find that these two together are just so beautiful and they last all day long. This has been a firm favourite of mine this month. And so there you have it. That is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I'd love if you could give this video the thumbs up and leave a comment down below to tell me what you thought. And I'd also love if you guys could subscribe to the channel. Anyway, hope you have a good weekend. Thanks guys, bye.